So, here we are, the last day of our Costa Brava retreat, and I'm welcoming Nathaly for a short testimony. Nathaly is going to tell us a bit about her journey, as it was quite an eventful trip for her and what she did. What she achieved, what she felt during her first dry fast, I believe. I think you spoke to your son on the phone or something. He told you that you looked younger, and indeed, the whole group noticed that, which is good news. We can already see a visible effect. I don't know, you'll tell us about it. So, I'll let you summarize these 10 days a bit. 11 days we spent there in Costa Brava, and summarize a bit how it went for you with the group. Can you give me a few details about our retreats?
Yes, I had no idea how it would go, of course, especially since it was a spot that opened up quite unexpectedly. So, I really took the chance. I jumped at it as I had been looking for this for ages. And I had done my homework. I discovered Michel's retreat. I came here to a really welcoming group, with very careful guidance. And on top of that, they provide us with means to better activate certain machines that help us with massages and relaxation, to recover and energize while keeping our energy high. So, for me, it was a real discovery and at the same time a revelation because I learned about the fasting process, which is certainly not easy. Initially, I asked Michel why there was. We talked about a long fast of 9 days, while I actually wanted initially 10 or 15 days. In practice, I completed 4.5 days.
We discussed dry fasting. You call
Dry
it fasting.
fasting is different. Indeed, it is very different. So, I really faced the facts. And I thought, well, after 4.5 days, 4 days is sufficient. I will stop. What I appreciate about this group is that we are always very free. No one encourages us to push ourselves, to continue, etc. So, I halted, I had some water and then I switched to a gradual process. The return is collective and gradual, and it's really fantastic. Because I really felt completely safe. It's truly about human warmth, technical assistance, and emotional and psychological support. I found that very important and very comprehensive, to put it simply. There you go. Because, well...
Now, it must be said that you, since you came a bit at the last moment, to your credit, you had no preparation compared to everyone else. While some people have been preparing for 20 years for a dry fast, there are people who have been preparing for months and months and months. Or even for years. So you came in like that, so here we are. You did as much as you could without pushing yourself, and you
Yes.
respected yourself. That's what's good, and I'm
I
pleased.
saw the difference, for sure, with those who were ready. It's remarkable because they can stay almost, you can barely see, for days. Over a week. And they continue to be standing firm. Good. I was slightly shaken. But it's okay. I am very happy to have done it, and it reinforces my belief that it is fundamentally something we have in our nature. And something we aren't taught. So, clearly, there's no education. There's so much fear around it.
Especially with dry fasting. We always hear the same criticisms, like the kidneys not working anymore, although it's been demonstrated. There are scientific studies that have shown fully that after 5 days of fasting without water, you can see an improvement in kidney function. There's a clear publication. And dehydration is impossible, there is always water release happening. Yes, I confirm, I was surprised too. In dry fasting, even after 10 days, there are those who have just completed 10 days. There is no dehydration, however, you must do things correctly, in order, and not burn your wings. Some have done
For
it in
sure.
the past. There's no story about this cure, but some have overexerted themselves, walked too far, or stayed in the sun too long, etc. There are important things to know when you're dry fasting, like not pushing too hard.
Is it needed to remind you? Always listen to yourself. Of oneself. And not be fasting radicals, meaning allowing people to be themselves, as we all mostly agree. That we are unique, so, each metabolism works at its own pace and in its own way. Well, there you go. I'm really happy to have discovered so many things and especially to have met wonderful people. Because these people truly have awareness. By taking this approach, they have a genuine awareness of themselves already. And to go. To experience before making judgments. And that is essential.
What benefits can you already notice, emotionally, inside yourself? Are there things that might have been freed? Are you feeling any benefits yet? We see the face, everyone has seen it, but are there other things you can notice or feel inside?
Yes, I experienced some hand discomfort that resembled a mild ache. Electric shocks. That have disappeared. I had fairly strong ringing in my ears that annoyed me. Now, I have nearly nothing. So, and particularly, a sense of calm. It's hard to articulate, but I feel a sort of stillness.
These are altered states of awareness. After the dry fast, we do feel this state somewhat. We find ourselves in a little light bath, floating a bit. It's very enjoyable to stay in this state.
Yes. And you also have Marie-Christine, who arranges activities to assist us in relaxing and managing. No, that word, I honestly can't hear it anymore. So, we'll say to do our best with our feelings and all that. And truly, these activities are intriguing. The workshops provide us with tools as well. To become, which I really like. You don't try to hold us too long, you provide us with tools to be self-sufficient and do it. Learning to do it slowly. Alone. And that's what I always seek in every subject I try to investigate. Independence.
For me, autonomy is important, both in the office and with the people I receive. I always aim for people to manage on their own, and we provide them with tools, keys. And then it's for them to do. A person who comes to the retreat gains some independence to better understand dry fasting. Others may need 2 or 3 sessions to comprehend it and do it alone. After that, alone. It's more challenging, you lose the group dynamic, the power of the group, all the support, and the relaxation you can experience when alone. It's much more difficult. But at least, you have a strong therapeutic tool, effective for managing your health. Whether in emergencies or chronic matters, you have the tool because you understand it.
We know this because, you see, it's always about knowing what we are doing. Not just applying something, you were told, oh, that's good, you should do it. No, because then, we risk damage. But when we understand a bit of the mechanism without going into a method that is too intricate.
Okay, thank you for this testimony. I look forward to
For the
seeing you
insight.
again another time. I say
Yes.
goodbye.
Likely so. Thank you.